Do you think of boredom as a waste of time? Are you constantly trying to fill those moments of doing nothing on your phone? Let me show you the truth. Those moments of doing nothing are exactly when your brain performs at its highest level. Reclaim your boredom. Practice a digital detox once a week. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. When you experience boredom, the default mode network, the DMN, activates inside your brain. It's your brain's internal thinking mode, and it kicks in the moment external stimulation disappears. But this rest is not actually resting. While the DMN is running, your brain is reflecting, imagining, and creating. It's no accident that ideas come to you in the shower. It's no accident that a solution suddenly hits you during your commute. All of that is a neurological inevitability driven by the DMN. And right now, your phone is interfering with this mechanism. By keeping your attention locked on external stimulation, you're robbing your brain of the opportunity to switch into internal thinking mode. Every time you scroll the moment boredom strikes, you're cutting off the DMN before it ever gets started. This is what the neuroscience research consistently shows. Multiple studies have confirmed that the DMN is deeply involved in internal thought, autobiographical memory, and future simulation. And here's the powerful part. You can get this back. Put your phone down for 15 minutes a day. You don't have to try to think about anything in the shower. Do this, and your brain will change. Today, let me show you the science behind it. The default mode network. Its name comes from a computer's default settings. It's the mode your brain automatically returns to when it hasn't been given any commands. This network connects the prefrontal cortex, the posterior cingulate cortex, the angular gyrus, and the hippocampus. It's a massive system. Vast regions of the brain working in coordination. In 2001, neuroscientist Marcus Reichel and his colleagues first proposed this concept. When you're focused on an external task, this network is suppressed. The moment that task ends, the DMN lights up all at once. This is a normal switching mechanism in the brain. You might be thinking this right now. If I'm resting, isn't my brain running in power-saving mode? No, that's wrong. The brain maintains high metabolic activity even at rest. The energy consumed by external tasks is simply the additional load on top of that baseline. When the brain appears to be doing nothing, it's actually consuming enormous energy to carry out complex processing. Reflection, imagination, integration of past memories, and simulation of the future. These are all functions the DMN is responsible for. Here's the most important part. When you feel bored, your mind begins to wander. Yesterday's conversation, tomorrow's plans, unrelated images, sudden questions. This is called mind wandering or mental roaming. Most people think of this as proof that they can't concentrate. But neuroscience shows the exact opposite. In 2016, psychologist Kalina Christoff and colleagues published a meta-analysis with a striking finding. During spontaneous thought and creative tasks, the DMN and the executive network don't simply compete. They cooperate, cycling through a dynamic back and forth. This complex interplay is what lays the foundation for creative insight. Here's what's happening inside this state. Your brain is unconsciously connecting information that's normally unlinked. In technical terms, this is called the facilitation of remote associations. Concepts that are semantically distant suddenly come together. That moment when Archimedes stepped into the bath and cried, "Eureka!" that was this exact phenomenon. Newton's apple is the same story. It didn't happen while he was concentrating intensely in a laboratory. It came to him in a moment of stillness, a moment of boredom. You might be thinking right now, "I'm not Newton." But that mechanism is built into every human brain. You've had the experience of a great idea suddenly appearing in the shower. That wasn't a coincidence. That was evidence your DMN was doing its job. Why does boredom feel uncomfortable? The answer lies in the brain's reward system. Your brain is constantly trying to maintain the right balance between stimulation and reward. Dopamine is released through reward, novelty, and anticipation. When external stimulation disappears, input to the reward system decreases. This is one reason boredom feels unpleasant. As a 2013 behavioral science study showed, boredom is accompanied by decreased arousal and discomfort, which heightens the motivation to seek stimulation. The feeling of "this is boring" is a signal your brain sends, telling you to do something meaningful. The brain tries to compensate for this deficit. The action it takes is novelty seeking, either searching for something new externally or generating ideas internally. This is the critical fork in the road. If you pick up your phone, the brain can instantly replenish stimulation from outside. But the moment you do, internal exploration stops. What happens if you don't pick up your phone? The brain has no choice but to start searching inward. It digs through memories, connects ideas, and works to solve problems. Recent psychology has redefined this. Boredom is a craving for meaning. In the framework proposed by Westgate and Wilson in 2018, boredom is not simply having nothing to do. It is an important signal from the brain, urging you toward more meaningful activity. Boredom is not a punishment. It is a forced trigger that sends the brain inward. How much time do you spend with your phone each day? While numbers vary depending on the source and definition, there's no question that modern adults spend several hours a day on their phone screens. Think about what that time means. While you're using your phone, your brain is activating the network responsible for external attention. This network is in opposition to the DMN. When one is active, the other is suppressed. This is a normal switching mechanism in the brain. The problem is when this switching stops occurring for extended periods. As long as your attention stays locked on external stimulation, the DMN never gets the opportunity to activate freely. And there's data that will surprise you. In 2017, Adrian Ward and colleagues at the University of Texas conducted a landmark study. They asked participants to simply place their phone on the desk, visible but unused. The result: attention and working memory performance dropped significantly. Even without using the phone, just having it present can drain attentional resources and potentially prevent the brain from relaxing into DMN mode. And recent research is pointing to a new concern. Evidence suggests that with prolonged, excessive social media use, the brain's network connectivity itself may change, even during rest, when it's not being used. The latest research trend isn't just "can't rest while using it," it's that the brain's resting state changes even when not using it. Archimedes had his bathtub. Newton had time sitting under an apple tree. You need that empty space. Creativity isn't born from boredom alone. Understanding this precisely is critical. In 2018, neuroscientist Roger Beatty and colleagues studied the brains of highly creative individuals. Using fMRI, they measured brain activity while participants solved creative tasks. What they revealed was a remarkable finding. People who scored higher on creative tasks like divergent thinking showed stronger functional connectivity among the DMN, the executive network, and the salience network. And these three networks were cooperating in dynamic interaction with one another. In the phase of generating the seed of an idea, the DMN plays the central role. It associates freely, connecting concepts that appear unrelated. Then the executive network takes over. It evaluates, can this idea actually be used? It critically examines, where is this wrong? Boredom is the ignition in this cycle. It activates the DMN and supplies the seeds of ideas. But nurturing those seeds requires focused work afterward. A flash of insight in the shower, then sitting at your desk to make it concrete. Thoughts coming together on a walk, then writing them out when you get home. This two-stage process is what produces creative outcomes. Boredom and focus are not enemies. They are partners. So what should you actually do? Let me give you the specific approach. Start by reviewing your day. How many moments do you feel bored throughout it? And what are you doing in those moments? You're probably picking up your phone. Starting today, change that behavior. Shower time. Leave the phone out. Just soak in the hot water or take a shower. You don't have to try to think about anything. Let your brain take over. This alone is enough for the DMN to start moving freely. Commute time. Create 2 days a week where you take out your earbuds. No podcasts, no music. Look out the window, observe people, just sit there. These 15 to 30 minutes become your eureka time. Walking. This is especially powerful when you're carrying a difficult problem. A 2014 Stanford University study found that divergent thinking improved during walking compared to sitting in 81% of participants. Don't try to solve the problem. Just walk. The answer will come to you. For those raising children, here's what I want you to know. When your child says, "I'm bored," don't immediately hand them a phone or tablet. That "I'm bored" is a sign that the DMN is starting to activate. Cognitive neuroscience tells us that boredom is essential for the development of creativity and problem-solving ability in children. Don't take that discomfort away from them. Let's organize the key points from today. Here's your summary. First, your brain has the default mode network, the starting point of creativity. It activates only when external stimulation is cut off, and it handles reflection, imagination, memory integration, and creative association. As long as your focus stays on your phone, this switch never happens. Second, boredom is a state where stimulation to the reward system is insufficient, and the latest psychology defines it as a craving for meaning. This discomfort drives inward exploration, and as the DMN and executive network cooperate to facilitate remote associations, Archimedes-style flashes of insight are born. Third, the practice is simple. Intentionally put your phone down for 15 to 30 minutes a day. In the shower, think about nothing. 2 days a week, commute without earbuds. And take the ideas that flash to you and make them concrete at your desk with focused work. The cycle of boredom and focus maximizes your creativity. When was the last time today you put your phone down? Do you remember what thoughts came to you in that time? Share your strategy in the comments below. Thanks for investing in your health today. On this channel, we explore the science of the human body and health, grounded in evidence. Not emotion, science. Not trends, mechanisms. Illuminating the truth about your brain and body. Subscribe and take your health knowledge to the next level. Turn on notifications, and every time a new video drops, another piece of body science gets unlocked. Until next time.